What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxin Gaming. Today, we are going to be going over my evil Monarch deck profile, or as some of you might see, it is actually a Malicious Fiend deck profile. Now, the reason why we are playing this as a Malicious Fiend type deck is because our main Monarch in our deck is actually the Malicious Edge. And so, yeah, this card is just crazy in this meta. This is a going second deck because you can only use the one tribute of Malicious Edge if your opponent controls a monster, so that is very important and integral for the deck to go off the way that it does. But no matter what, it is amazing. I think Malicious Edge is by far one of my favorite heroes, and of course Malicious Fiend is definitely my favorite evil hero. Like, it's, in my opinion, it's my favorite evil hero fusion. I played this card recently in the Duel Links version, and yeah, it was a lot of fun to play. But yeah, if you don't know, we're playing the Dark Unity skill. This skill is kind of cool. So you can use Super Polymerization to fusion some of your evil heroes, so that's kind of cool. And then you can pay 2,000 life points and change a special summon monster your opponent controls to rock. So you can use the Super Poly and then go into your evil Gaia. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And yeah, there's also the ability, if they do are on a Fiend deck for whatever reason, so say they're playing Archfiends, you can also steal the opponent's Fiend monsters too. So that's nice in itself. And the real reason we're playing this, though, is for the second effect of this that says discard one card and add one Dark Fusion from your deck to your hand. That's why you're going to see the deck list. We're only playing one Dark Fusion. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into the deck profile. Obviously, we're going to play 3 of the Malicious Edge. Malicious Edge is a piercing monster that can be summoned for 1 tribute if your opponent controls 1 monster. So in itself, that is really nice. The other fiends we are playing in this deck is going to be 2 Dark Ruler Hades. We're seeing a return of the DD Warrior Lady, so Hades being in this deck is really nice. And then we are playing 1 Skull Archfiend of Lightning. I think Skull Archfiend of Lightning is very good in any deck that, or against any deck that has a targeting effect, such as like Book of Moon or what's that card called? Widespread Ruin. So cards that like target your monsters, I think Skull's Archfiend of Lightning can have that like negate effect. You do have to roll a dice and hit the 1 through your 6, but that is a 50-50 chance. So hey, it's cool. It's a 2,500 beater, so it's easy to climb some cards, and yeah. The other cards we're going to be playing is Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. You can special summon this card if you control no monsters, but it has to be in face-up attack position. And if you use it for the tribute summon of, say, your Evil Hero Malicious Edge, you get to draw a card, which is really nice. The other card we are also on is 3 Cyber Dragon. Cyber is just a really nice card to have in general in Monarch-based builds. And this one in particular, you use it that way you can special summon it when your opponent controls a monster, tribute it for your Malicious Edge, and yeah, from there, you know, whatever. And if anything else, you can use it for the Soul Exchange later to, you know, tribute for a 2,100 beater if you absolutely have to. We are on the 1 Dark Fusion because we only really need 1 because of the skill. It's going to be able to search it to our hand. And we're actually on the 2 Dark Calling. This card is really good because it's like a Miracle Fusion for evil heroes, and is able to tune out your Evil Hero Malicious Fiend a lot faster. Soul Exchange is going to be at 2 in this list. We play a lot of level 5 or higher cards, so being able to out the opponent's monster, summon our own monster is interesting, to say the least. It's our removal spell for the deck. And then we are on 3 Wall Disruption. I think that Cyber Rangers is still a top contending deck right now. This trap card is just really good against any deck that's not Joey beat. And yeah, I like that a lot. Going into our side, we're actually on the 2 Windstorm. I've been playing Windstorm at 2 in most of my side decks right now because I do not want to be caught with my pants around my ankles whenever I play the Cloudy matchup. So I do have this at 2. That way I can just, you know, blow up their field whenever I really feel like it. Also, if you're playing against Joey Beat, you can definitely side these guys in over your walls if you absolutely want to, because you can use these not in the battle phase, but in the main phase, so you can protect your monsters still. Super Polymerization, like I said before, it's going to be at 2. It works well with your skill, and if you're playing against a Fiend deck per se, or, you know, Magnets, I guess, is another one we can bring up. It's just nice to have, so just having it there to remove those cards is, you know, there. Dust Tornado itself is going to be at 2 because as you can see from the deck list, we are not playing any spell or trap removal, so having it in the side deck for when we do run into it is just integral. The extra deck is 3 Malicious Fiend and 3 Dark Gaia. You're never really going to go into multiple copies of the Dark Gaia, so yeah, you only really need 1 of these, but having the 3 is just to fill spots. If you wanted to play Waking, you could cut the other 2 and play a Waking the Dragon targets. You could probably even play 2 Malicious Fiend if you absolutely wanted to, but you do have 3 ways to summon the Malicious Fiend in the deck, so keep that in mind. All in all, I think this deck is really cool. Like I said prior to this, I really like Monarch builds and Monarch strategies. I think this is probably one of my favorite ways to play heroes because not only am I able to play, probably the best one-drop tribute in Speedles right now, it's also my favorite fusion monster in Speedles right now as well. So yeah. If you guys enjoy this type of video, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to see more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.